very least. And for everything that is actually fact right now about Anthony Davis, we bring in the one, the only, Woj. Woj, I got to ask you, how are the Pelicans, as of right now, approaching this trade request?
Methodically, Michelle, and they're going to take their time. Teams are calling New Orleans. They're checking in, see what the Pelicans might want from a particular team's roster, and to try to get a sense of their timeline. And the message that's been given out to teams is, hey, if you want to make an offer, go ahead. We'll put it up on our board. But New Orleans is really focused on the long play here with these trade talks with Anthony Davis. And the trade deadline is obviously next Thursday. It is very unlikely that they're going to be engaged seriously enough with anybody to do a trade by then. They're really focused on getting Anthony Davis back on the court. They still would like to try to get back in the playoff chase. And, they're still out there trying to improve that team to stay in this. So they're not in a mode right now of trying to get a deal done in the short term.
All right, so you mentioned the fact that the trade deadline is, in fact, next week, and it seems highly unlikely that things will happen before then. So let's say that does occur that way. What happens to their options if that, in fact, is the case? Does it change anything?
Their options grow tremendously because they'll be able to have the Boston Celtics in trade discussions. Boston can't do the deal now. They can't do a deal with Kyrie Irving on their roster until after July 1. So essentially, having Boston in the bidding, who's the team with the most draft picks, several outstanding young players, and a really motivated team to try and acquire Anthony Davis, it only elevates everyone else's offers in the trade process. And Boston, is going to be there. And I think Boston has sent a message to the Pelicans: be patient, wait for us. We are going to be in this, and we're going to be willing to talk about, essentially everyone on our roster outside of Kyrie Irving. So I think right now it's put New Orleans very much in a holding pattern, and it's really dampened the possibility of the Lakers being able to do what they'd love to do, is get a deal done prior to the trade deadline. New Orleans has no interest in acquiescing Anthony Davis to the Lakers right now.
Just going to chill. Woj, thank you. Stay safe out there. Guys, I want to turn it to you. What place makes the most sense for him?
Well, you know what I'm going to say.
No, I don't.
I think it's Boston.
What?
I mean, because they have the young assets, the draft picks, and if you can find a way to keep guys like Kyrie, of course, Tatum, and build around that with Anthony Davis, then you got something. If he goes
who are you planning on?
Well, anybody not named Kyrie or Jason Tatum.
Okay.
If you go into with those three, you get Anthony Davis, Kyrie, and Tatum on one team, you figure out the rest.
And if I'm New Orleans, I'm saying to Danny Ainge, if I don't hear Jason Tatum's name, I'm not going to answer the phone for you either.